Aloha guys, here we are in beautiful Hawaii. This is the Hyatt Regency. I love this statue. And I guess businesses is starting to run. That out there in the far distance is of course boats going on trips to snorkel, I guess, or whatever. And then straight ahead is the let's see. See that? That is where the jet skis are. And I'm just walking down along the beach. When you're down on this side, on the west side, and you're in Kaanapali area, it just seems like things are back to normal. But in true reality, Lahaina town is very much destroyed. Of course, we got a long way going, and we just have to do one step at a time. So I haven't been online for quite some time, just trying to gather myself after you feel so, what's that word, fractured or scattered or shattered. That's the word. When you feel shattered in bazillion pieces, how do you pick up the pieces from that? Well, if any of you have watched my channel, you know that I'm into like a lot of different things on how to help myself. So today I'm just going along the beach and picking up these little, can you see, foam rubbish. You know, I like doing stuff like that, picking up rubbish. And yeah, like I was saying, anybody who's watched my channel know that I'm into all kinds of different healing, trying to, you know, I'm not afraid to try new stuff, and that's out there, and try and bring some awareness to these new modalities of what is that word? Shit, it's really hard when you're not fully born in America to describe the words. So, it's because we don't really talk like that, but anyway, yeah, so different ways to help yourself, basically, and with different modalities like energy healing and the emotion code that I've done, that QHHT, and what else did I do? Ho'oponopono, and the most recent one is the EE system. The EE system is called Energy Enhancement System. So it was created by Sandra Rose Michael, Dr. Sandra Rose Michael. Her parents were geniuses working with the military, and her father was a engineer, a mechanical engineer, so he he physically made stuff and designed things. And the mom, she was a scientist developing the what is that? Atomic bomb. So when they got married, then of course Sandra was created, and from them, and so her main influence from both her parents was to, how can I use this to heal people and the environment? And so I just Jason Shurka, he was the guy that kind of brought her into the surface of things. I'm just kind of looking for puka shells. So he brought her out, and that was last year 2022 in May. But a lot of the stuff that she created with the EE system has been around since I think she said 1999. But prior to that, she'd been creating it anyway. So she was a chiropractor and Hawaiian kahuna healer. And anyway, she's brilliant. So she came up with this energy system where there's different computers that it's programmed to do healing on the human body. And all you have to do is lay there or sit there or pray and meditate while you're in the room. So the one that we have here in Hawaii, which we were very blessed with, is in haiku, and it's called the Maui Scalar Room. It's in haiku. The people there are absolutely lovely. They're like angels to me. And so I was so happy when I went online to find that we have one here on Maui. Like, holy bejesus, right? We actually have one of those things right in the middle of the Pacific. And there's, I think, 2 other ones. One in Kauai and one here. So the owners was in Kauai, and he was healed using the system, or his body. Once your body receives the proper, once your body reaches this point of natural, I don't know what you call it. Once your body reaches optimal health, then your body can heal itself. So through the process of him going through several sessions of just sitting in this scalar room, his body started to heal. So I forget exactly how long it took, but it took a little while, maybe a month or something like that. But he was completely healed from his MS, like a muscular something. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure, but so he and his wife decided that they were gonna bring this EE system to Hawaii, and then since Kauai already had one, they were bringing it to Maui, and decided to do it in haiku. And anyway, so if you look up Jason Shurka, he is like the advertising guy, and sorry, I keep on blah blah, and Dr. Sandra is the one that makes the system. So I started going because, I was getting so depressed. because it's so sad, so sad being here. I mean, I couldn't leave my house. I have all my animals. I have like 10 cats and one dog and our house and my daughter, and where are you gonna go? And they said that the air quality was bad, and the water's bad, but anyway, you just try and do your best, So I got the water filter for the shower. We brought home bottled water. I got what else did I do? I pray, not every day, but because sometimes I forget, but I pray that, the energy, that God would send love and healing to Lahaina, because it was really hard for me to sleep at night. It's really hard for me to sleep at night when we first came home. So I would just pray and just pray for love and healing for the area right by me, and then I could sleep. And then I just kept on praying and moving further away from my house, and then it became the thought of, I'm just going to cover this whole area with the warm blanket of love. Just cover this whole area with love. And whenever I thought about our house and my parents' house, and I just, whenever I drive by, I just say, I love you. We're going to come back and we're going to build. We're coming back. Don't worry, we'll be back. It might take a little while, but we'll be back to heal, rebuild. So in this process, I mean, my father was so sad and heartbroken. He was already, like 80. He just had a birthday. He was 87 years old. And he had dementia. But he was still functional. He still knew who we were, and all of this. And a couple times of coming into Lahaina just to see, I want to go home. He'd say, I want to go home. Take me home. I want my bedroom, And my mom and sisters would say, Dad, the house is gone. We cannot go back. He said, I want to go. So, of course, they took him first time, and then the second time. And he was so depressed, and he just wanted to die, He's like, oh, I just want to die. Anyway, so my sister called everybody, let's come out, we go visit Daddy, everybody come visit. So my nephews and nieces and my dad's family, my dad's brothers would come and, just hang out with him. And all the kids would play their ukulele and sing songs to him. And so that gave him some hope and energy to continue. So he lived for maybe 2-3 weeks more. And then he wanted to go back. I think they went back again. And then he was sad again. And then the final, he wanted to come home. I want to go home, he say. But, our home is gone, right? It's freaking dust. So, I'm sorry. Anyway, so he wanted to come home and come to Lahaina one more time, and then he was already so weak, lost a lot of weight. He was under hospice care already from before the fire, and anyway, so my daughter Nico went over the house because she's like, oh, I just really felt strongly to go over there, and she'd been going over there with Kaime Ola and singing to Papa and to Papa, and playing music, and my mom would watch Kaime Ola, and she sat in the room with my dad and sang to him. And she sang that song, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days I don't know all the words, but anyway, she sang it, played her ukulele. She said she could barely sing, so she just played her music. And then she said my dad went to sleep, so she was like, okay. So she finished the songs. It's like about 3 o'clock or so on the 14th. And so she left, and then soon after that, like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, both of my sisters went and checked up on my dad, and he took his last couple breaths after they took the oxygen off of his face, and then just stopped breathing. So that was September 14th. So we've gone through a lot of stuff. So I was pretty much out of commission emotionally, mentally, physically. Just couldn't handle it. So many times I just wish, like, what the fuck is going on? I just want to die. Holy crap, How do you freaking handle all these things at once? How? So then, on my YouTube page, like, the EES system started showing up, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that, and I just kind of brush it off. And then the next couple times I was like, oh, I'm gonna look into it. So I started watching it again, and then I looked to see if there was one here on Maui, and then yeah, it was. So I was like, frick, I'm on this. So I went, and they're offering to any victims in Lahaina that's affected by the fire can go for 2 hours for free. So I went for 2 hours, and just immediately started feeling better. And it's really hard to explain, but I mean, I still felt the sadness, and I still do. It doesn't take away all your problems, but it helps you to feel better. Like, so your body has to accumulate the energy, and it just builds the more you do it. And of course, you got to take care of yourself and all of that, but don't be afraid to just go. All you have to do is freaking sit there. You just lay on this really pretty lounge. It's a recliner, so they have like 10 recliners. The room is air conditioned. The lights are low. They have 16 EE systems, 4 in each corner. Now they have to be lined up in a specific way in order for what is it? Not protons. I think it's photo something. Sorry, you gotta go look it up. Look up energy enhancement system or EES system. You can find it on YouTube or Jason Shurka. To give you some kind of to give you the information that you're looking for. What my thing is, the simpler you tell people about it, they're not going to be afraid, because people are afraid of new stuff, even though it helps them, because of all the fear mongering that they've been doing to us fuckers. People are scared. So I totally get it, because I was in that place. I was scared. Anyway, so I've had 3 treatments. I went on 2 the first time. Then I took a Ho'oponopono class, and that was the day of my dad's funeral, which was October 14th, because I was a mess. So I took that Ho'oponopono class, and in the class at the Maui scalar room. It was $44. It's like so cheap. Yeah, but it's so worth it. So while you take the class or listen to the meditation, you sit in the scalar room. So you get, for $44, you get to be with a whole bunch of people, and make some friends if you want, and hang out with people that are like-minded like you or like me, and get some healing while you're at it, So that's what I did. And then I took my daughter, Tuesday? We went, she and I, because my daughter has special needs, and I've never really done anything for her. I'm such a bad mom. But anyway, I took her for the 1 hour, and I took her for the 1 hour, and it's nice, you can just relax in the 1 hour treatment, and then you go about your day. So it just kind of recharges you, recharges your energy. It's like any type of one example they gave is like, when you charge your cell phone, you put it on that charging pad, if you have an iPhone, I guess, because my phone doesn't do that, but it just helps to charge your energy, your blood, your cells. But like I said, this is one of the new things that I started doing, because I just didn't want to do any videos because I was so sad. But this definitely helped me. Even though I'm sad, I feel a lot more relief than I used to. And I know this is a long video, but how can you explain stuff in a short video? You just can't. So I hope you can hear me. And I'm just walking on the beach here. And look at Lahaina. If you look at Lahaina, you wouldn't even know that it was burnt, but it is. So it's sad to drive into town, but a lot of people have been doing it. They covered the road on each side with the black dust wall, dust fence, and a lot of people were complaining about that. But in reality, if you're driving every day, you don't have to look at us. You're not crying all the time, because it's going to take a while to heal, to rebuild. What they're doing now is people, different sections, they're allowing the section next to my house, they're allowing people to go in. They have been allowing them to go in and look for their items. Of course, there's people over there that's helping. You got to wear your protective gear, because the dust it's dust, like super fine powdery dust, and only a few things survived. Looks like I was looking at some pictures, and a lot of porcelain, ceramics, like plates, little figurines, those things seem to have survived. And of course, like if you got your metal detector, you can go look for your jewelry that melted, things like that. But anyway, I'm just Today's my first video for a long time, and I hope that everybody is safe. Please continue praying for us. Just send love. That's all you have to do. So all you have to do is just send a big warm blanket of love. Alright guys. Well, I love you all. And looks like he's putting out a movie. Take care. God bless. Be safe.